Level 2 is the same as level 1. It's just those problems that are a little bit harder to factor. Right, so let's start with the x-intercepts. I'm going to plug in 0 for y. So I'm going to say 5x squared plus 36 plus 7 equals 0. So I need these two numbers to multiply to 5. So it's going to be 5 times 1. It's going to be 5x times x. And then these are going to be 7 and 1. I can see everything's positive here, so that makes it a little bit easier. So basically I have two options, 7, 1 or 1, 7. Okay, so if I try 7, 1 first, I see, okay, that's 7x plus 5x, that's 12. Oh, sorry, I copied this wrong. This is 6x. Okay, so no, let's try the other way. Let's try 1 and 7. So that's 5x times 7 is 35 plus 1. Yep, that's 36. Okay, so that's factored correctly. So now I can say, okay, well, either this equals 0 or this equals 0. So I'm going to go ahead and solve. And I get 5x equals negative 1. When I divide by 5, I get x equals negative 1/5. Okay, also the same as negative 0.2 if you put it in your calculator. Okay, so this is the point negative 70. Okay, and this is the point negative 1/5 0. Or if you're more comfortable using a decimal, that's fine. So we'll call this, right, this is going to be x-intercept number 1, x-intercept number 2, doesn't matter the order. Okay, now let's go on to the y-intercepts. So the y-intercept, I'm plugging in 0 for x. So this is 0 squared is 0 times 5 is 0. 36 times 0 is 0. This is 0 plus 7. So that's 7. Okay, so the y-intercept is 0, 7. Okay, we're going to call that point number 3 when we go to graph it. Now, the axis of symmetry. The formula is the same. Okay, the only thing that's changed a little bit here is that now a is not 1. Oh, sorry. A is not 1, so that's going to change a little bit. So negative b, so that's b is 36, so negative b is going to be negative 36 over 2, a is 5. So that becomes negative 36 over 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, so that means 36 divided by 10 is, and this is negative 36, this is negative 3.6. Okay, that's our axis of symmetry. So now we have to do kind of the annoying task of plugging negative 3.6 into this. Okay, annoying but not really hard. We just have to be careful and use our calculator. So y equals 5 times negative 3.6 squared plus 36 times negative 3.6 plus 7. Okay. So your calculator is actually, you can actually enter all of this at once in your calculator. You can literally enter everything you see here, including the parentheses. So consider that as an option. But I'm just going to do it like a little bit piece by piece. So 3.6 squared, and it doesn't matter that it's negative, right? Because negative times negative is positive. So I'm going to do 3.6 times 3.6 is 12.96, and I'm just going to go ahead and multiply it by 5 too. But remember, I do the squaring first, right? Order of operations. So square the number first, then multiply. And I get 64.8. Okay, then this is 36 times 3.6. Okay, and it's negative, right? This is positive times negative. So I get minus 129.6, and then I'm going to bring down plus 7. And then I'm going to put all this in my calculator. Right? So we're just going carefully, not making mistakes. And I get y equals negative 57.8. So our vertex is x value of negative 3.6, y value of negative 57.8. Okay, so that's, you know, kind of a big number, right? But what we'll notice after the break is that when this number, this a, is a little larger, our parabola gets a little taller, right? So you're going to see, right, this parabola is going to be kind of taller and skinnier than we're used to. So let's go ahead and plot all our points, right? That's the vertex, so that's going to be point number 4. So we have our two x-intercepts, so negative 1/5 is very close to the origin. Okay, that'll be here. And negative 70 will be a little farther from the origin. That'll be over here. Now the y-intercept is at 0, 7. So we'll put that right around here. Okay, our axis of symmetry is at negative 3.6, which you'll notice is halfway between the two x-intercepts. And our vertex is way, way, way down here at negative 57.8. Okay, and then to make my graph neater, what I want to do is just reflect this point over the line, right? So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here. I see, okay, it's right around here. I'm going to go right around there. And then I'm going to sketch my graph.